Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Enemies fight themselves in the palace. So, as Queen Naomi prayer altar in the palace resume prayers every Wednesdays and Sunday evenings. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delaram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the source. It's still on the Royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Report reaching us right now is that there is a serious buzz going on in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Enemies are fighting themselves because it's not Naomi they are fighting. They are fighting themselves over the fact that the prayer altar has resumed prayers, okay? Nami may not be in the palace right now, but they say people who are leading prayers in the altar came up and decided that they will resume prayers, and the prayer has started Wednesday evenings and Sundays, that they have prayer section there, serious basbos, as in serious kabashing in the palace. And you know that this has been their biggest fear. They have been so afraid of this prayer thing in the palace, and that is one of the biggest problem that Nami is facing, because these people know the kind of destruction Nami will bring upon them if that prayer altar resumes. And now it is not looking good for them at all, because they are so afraid of that prayer altar. They say the prayer altar has resumed prayers right now. That if you see the kind of things that are happening in the palace manifestation, you do know that when Nami left the palace before, they took her kitchen utensils and they took a lot of things. And right now they say they saw some of her kitchen utensils that they returned them last week. And this very week again, we heard that her diamond was returned. And they said a lot of things are happening in the palace, that a lot of people who were like sick, like afflicted, that they are getting better. And that there is a particular woman that has been very prayerful and was very close to Queen Naomi. When Queen Naomi left, that old woman that you hear people talk about, Yagba, that woman was very sick, has been very sick since Queen Naomi left. And it's like it was an affliction. But they said that when Nami came into the palace for that fingerprint, Queen Naomi went there, touched her and prayed for her. And with all the prayer altar that they used to carry her in her wheelchair to come to the prayer altar for prayers, they said right now the woman is beginning to walk. Like before now, she was not able to walk, that she's had serious arthritis. And, it was a whole lot. But right now, they say she's able to walk by herself. They don't bring her in her wheelchair again. She uses walking stick to come to the prayer altar. So all of this affliction will begin to go, and people will begin to see the reason why there's so much fight, why they don't want Queen Naomi in that palace. Because you know that since Queen Naomi left the palace, it's like, when you lose dog from a cage, they will jump and all of that. They've got the palace to themselves. They are able to do all their wahala, evil, and all of that, because of course there's nobody, no prayer altar in that palace. And right now, this Naomi's prayer altar that has resumed in the palace is one of the biggest fear. They never wanted it to resume. They never wanted Ooni of Ife to approve of it in the first place. When Queen Naomi left, they demolished that prayer altar and everything. But when Ooni started going after Queen Naomi again, people suggested to him that bringing back that prayer altar was going to soften the mind of Queen Naomi and all of that. And of course, for the longest of time, he didn't agree. But later he did it, and they say Queen Naomi was happy. Queen Naomi was there when they rededicated the prayer altar. And all of these people have been waiting for Queen Naomi to come for them to start. Remember that we were thinking that she was going to come in December so that they can start the year together. And so they have been waiting for Queen Naomi to come so they can start. But right now, that they now said it's June that she's coming, they decided that they're going to start using the prayer altar to pray, call upon the name of the Lord, and to see what marvelous things that God is going to do and bring into the palace. And they have started already. It's not even up to a month that they started. Things are beginning to happen in the palace. See these people returning Queen Naomi's things one after the other. See that Iyagba that was so afflicted because of Queen Naomi, being able to walk again. So at some point they say she stepped on something. At the other point, they say that it was because of Queen Naomi they did that stuff to her. And Queen Naomi has been taking care of her even from afar, even from Akure. They say Queen Naomi has been very, very responsive towards that woman. And when she came to the palace and she prayed for that woman, they said the woman God restored. The woman is coming to that prayer altar all by herself without being carried in a wheelchair. May God be praised. I'm going to bring you more update. Thank you.